Good look at division now. And remember, the order does matter. We're going to say 10 divided by 2. One way we think about it is if we take the 10 and split it into two groups, how many are in each group? We get 5 in each group. That's one way of doing this. Another way to do this would be saying how many groups of 2 are there in 10. And so I'm just trying to separate these out a little bit. And I can see that I've got 5 groups of 2. So two ways: we got 5 times 2 is equal to 10, or we had 2 groups of 5, in which case we had 2 times 5 equals 10. So the same thing, looking at two different ways. It's going to help us when we get to our negatives. Let's look at negative 10 divided by 2. If I have negative 10, I divide it into two equal groups. Each group has negative 5. So negative 10 divided by 2 is equal to negative 5. I find this one harder to represent. 10 divided by negative 2. The answer is going to be negative 5, and we want to think about it as taking away 5 groups of negative 2. So if I take away one group of negative 2, 2 groups of negative 2, 3 groups of negative 2, 4, 5 groups of negative 2, I'm left with positive 10. So 10 divided by negative 2 could be thought of as, the answer is negative 5. We could think of it as taking away 5 groups of negative 2. And we do know that negative 5 times negative 2 is equal to positive 10. The last one isn't too bad. Negative 10 divided by negative 2. So I have negative 10, and I've broken into groups of negative 2. How many groups of negative 2 do I have? Well, I have 5 groups of negative 2. So I'm not taking anything away. I just have 5 groups of negative 2. So negative 10 divided by negative 2 is positive 5.